Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and once again we are on the test server. Today we're gonna take a look at the Tier 5 Chinu. I guess that's how I pronounce it. I keep wanting to say Chinu Kai, but that's the premium. And it's not surprising because these things... Let me pull up a tech tree. Here, let me pull up that one and that one. Take a look. Hit points, identical. Weight, not much between them. It's slightly lighter, the Chinu versus the Chinu Kai. Engine power, it's actually better on the Chinu than it is on the Chinu Kai. The speed limit, the same. Traverse speed is better on the Chinu Kai. Armor, exactly the same. Turret armor, better on the Chinu Kai. Gun, same, exact same. Turret traverse, faster on the Chinu. Fuel range, the same. Signal range is better on the Chinu. So these things are almost completely identical. If we look at the gun here, you'll see that it is used on a couple of other tanks. It's not listed that the Chinu Kai uses the same one. Let's pull up its gun real quick. But as you can see, that name looks very familiar. Yeah, it's the exact same gun. 12, 124, 124, 125, 25, 0.37, 0.37, 2.3, 2.3, and the exact same weight. And why the hell they make these into two different guns, I do not know, but they are exactly the same. So, I'm done. Just watch my Chinu Kai review and that's it. This thing plays exactly the same as the Chinu Kai. There really isn't any difference. The only difference is the Chinu Kai actually has some turret armor. So that one can actually potentially bounce a shot off its turret. This one can't. It seems that the modules are relatively weak on this thing. I've already had a couple of modules knocked out. A hit over here took out my engine. Just right on this line, so I don't know. You know, the markings aren't 100% accurate that you see on your tank. They're sometimes a little bit off. So it could have been my upper plate or just through here, but it was at, I think, like an angle like this or an angle like this. And it was right around this area, and it took out my engine. I'm pretty sure it's a rear engine mount, so that must have been my transmission that got hit. So possibly a weak transmission, but it's kind of hard to confirm since I've not seen it happen more times in a row. But just a fair warning, possibly a weak transmission that is mounted in the front. Now it could have just traveled through the tank and hit the engine. That is possible, but hitting the front here, good chance that there's a transmission in the front. I don't know for sure, but yeah, just so you're warned. Now I'm gonna have to say this tank is pretty bad. It really is. I've done, I don't know, about a dozen games in it roughly, and if you're not American, that's 12. Right around 12-ish, I don't know exactly. What the hell happened to the antenna? You see that? Let me change this so you can actually see it. Look at that! What the... Why the hell is the antenna like that? Okay then, that looks bizarre. Wow. Anyways. Let's get back to the tank. Speed? It's pretty shit. This thing is pretty damn slow. Actually, a T1 Heavy is the same speed as this thing. Going up slight hills, the T1 Heavy is actually faster than this thing. I kid you not. It's pretty poor. Engines, engine power is not great for the weight. It's not bad. It's not like Churchill slow or anything, but it does go to its top speed. 35 is about its cruising speed, I would say. Like, normal, average kind of speed. So it's definitely achievable. It's just not great. Traverse speed, yeah, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about, but it's okay. It's not too bad. Armor, non-existent. Absolutely, you will never bounce on this thing. If you do, call the newspaper because a miracle just happened. Unless you go up against like PZ-1Cs or whatever those things are called, and they shoot those little machine guns at you. Yeah, that you might bounce, but that's about it. Rate of fire of 12. I would say it's lacking. Let's pull up the gun stats here. The penetration of 124 isn't bad, but combine that with 0.37 accuracy and a rate of fire of 12, and you don't have a great gun, to be honest. It's pretty shit. It feels like this rate of fire is too damn slow, and I have a gun rammer installed, I have vents installed, and you're constantly waiting for that gun so you can fire again. For the amount of damage it does, I would say the rate of fire of 12 is low. Just low. But combined with the accuracy and the penetration and the damage, the whole trifecta of goodiness in this gun, you know, everything combined with the aim time, 12 seconds for rate of fire just feels too slow. My hit ratio with this tank is only 50%. It misses so damn often. If this gun isn't 100% zoomed in, you're almost guaranteed to miss. This thing will not snapshot. It doesn't happen. Snapshots will never go in, you know, unless excessively lucky. You know the drill, but you have tanks that you can snapshot with that will still have some degree of accuracy. This is one of those tanks that if the aiming circle isn't fully zoomed in, you have almost no chance of even hitting what you're aiming at. It's that bad. And it's just one of those stats you can't see on a tank, but that's one of the problems with this thing. That .37 accuracy, if it's not zoomed in, that's about 2 or 4 or 5 dot something, comma something, whatever. It's just horrific if it's not fully zoomed in, so yeah, be warned. Depression is pretty good. Depression, I would say, if you zoom out a bit, is about here. So, something like that. But, yeah, you can aim about this far in front of you, so, yeah, about this-ish. It's hard to say in a garage, but we can see that in the gameplay. Depression is okay. It's not great in this tank, though. It's not as good as the tier 1, because holy shit, that thing can track itself. And it's not as good as the tier 10. But it's workable. Very workable. It's not like your depression is gonna hinder you in most cases, although, you know, you always want more depression, let's be honest, but it's not bad. Shell travel time seems to be pretty long on this thing, which makes the bad accuracy even worse, because then you have to lead your target more, which means you have to move your turret more, which means your gun dispersal is going to be bigger, which means you're going to miss more. That's quite the sentence. Yeah, this thing does not work as a sniper, but you don't have the armor or the speed to be a brawler. So what is this thing supposed to be? And that's the exact same question I raised with the Chinu Kai. It's the exact same problem because it's almost an identical tank. It's not fast, the gun is not accurate, the gun is not all that punchy. You do have depression, but not excessive amounts so you can hide almost your entire tank. You're still going to show this pretty damn big turret, and people will be able to pen it. I mean, with the 50 armor on the front of the turret, this is probably not even 50. I haven't checked it out, but more than likely this is not 50. So if they have about 100 pen, I wouldn't be surprised if they can just pen this from the front, these sloped sides. I would not be surprised at all. Which gives you quite a bit bigger target to shoot at. So even your depression is not going to save you. So overall, view range of 350, it's not bad. I did have a binocular in here before, but I decided to go with a gun laying drive because that aiming time, they say it's 2.3 seconds, but I say it's more like 2.5. It is a long aiming time. Like I said, if it's not fully zoomed in, you're gonna miss. So I would say I favor, on this tank in particular, favor a gun laying drive over binoculars. I love my view, but I love hitting things more. I mean, let's be honest. Anyways, I think I've rambled on enough about this tank. I think we should take a look at some gameplay and see how this thing performs. Okay, here we go. We are on Fjords in a tier 6 game. Now, I want to mention one thing though. This tank, it almost seems like it has premium matchmaking. I can't imagine they would have done it to this thing, although it's such a mediocre tank, it would actually quite be beneficial for it. But I haven't seen anything past tier 6 for some reason. I don't know if it's just because of the test server and its matchmaking, but like I said, I've done about 12-ish games in this thing. Never seen a tier 7. Only tier 6 and tier 5s. So, it's just, maybe it's just weird luck or something. And holy shit, how the frack did a Hellcat get all the way over there already? That's an R side of the hill. Damn. And I'm worried I got lit up. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got lit up. Ah, damn it. Freaking Hellcat. Stuck in rock. So yeah, as you can see, that turret traverse is slow. Another sort of nail in the coffin of this tank. It's just, there's so much not good about this tank. It's not like it's exceptionally bad or anything. There's no real downside to this tank. There's no real, you know, something where you go like, oh, that is terrible. I mean, the speed is okay, the gun is okay, everything is okay on this tank, but there's just nothing where you go like, ooh, that's nice. It's just the pinnacle of mediocre. Oh crap, did not want to see him there. Well, running through his tracks, hopefully tracking him. Don't think I did. Probably shouldn't have stuck around for that. Tracked. Oh, already showed that the artillery likes me, so let's fix the track and get the fuck out. And this is the aim time for you. And this is with a gun rammer, or gun lane drive, excuse me. And okay, the crew isn't 100% yet. It's at 80 somewhat, but almost 90, around 90. I don't know. But, you know, it's just so friggin' long. Ooh, look, the backside of a bathtub. No. Where's that Dicker Max? Nope, it's going around the corner. Went into his lower plate, hoping for a fire. Didn't actually happen. That one goes low. See, that's what I mean. This tank is what, 100 meters away from me? And that was semi-zoomed in? Still couldn't even hit him.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Put another one into him, because he couldn't see me apparently. Yeah, and there I missed. You know, it was halfway zoomed into him, and again, it missed. So yeah, the accuracy is terrible if you don't zoom in. I would even go as far as say almost completely unworkable. It's just so bad. And this is how do I put it? This is not an exceptionally well played game on my part, but this is the best game I've had in it, and it's pretty sad. I just cannot get any better games in this thing. I could have just kept playing, but I doubt I'm gonna do much better in this thing because it just seems like such an underwhelming tank. I'm kind of worried about that, what was it? Dicker Max, but he just got lit up over there, so I know he isn't here. And there shouldn't be anybody else up here, so I should be safe to go around. Put one into the Hellcat. Come on. That reload is just, I would say, too slow for this gun. If they would just give this thing a slight reload buff, or an aim buff, one of the two, this thing would do a lot better. Put one into him, but you saw that aim circle. I mean, just look at this gun dispersal. It's just insane. You move slightly and this thing just blooms the hell out. Got 2 kills so far. Let's see if we can get some more. See if we can help out this K-Ho. K-Ho? K-Ho? Oh no, wait, K-Ho. So as you can see, the depression is pretty good, but that aim time. And that was not fully zoomed in, and as you saw, the shell went excessively down. Okay, finally got him. But here, loading, 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 miss. Okay, it's what, 100 meters again. I can't hit a damn thing with this tank. Now I know that there's, you know, targets on the move. It's a relatively small tank, you know, flat, but this thing just has so much trouble here. Take a good look at this shot. And tell me how the hell I hit that one. It seemed like my gun dipped down just before I shot, so my shell actually... Well, hold on. Let's actually go back. See if we can slow that down. Love all the tracking sounds. Okay, so we go over this hill. Oh, wrong key. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. My bad. Speed it up a bit. We killed him. Missed a shot. Okay, so we go over this hill here. Speed it up a little bit. We go over the hill. the slowest yet? No, this is the slowest. And zoom, zoom, zoom. And the gun dips down. My shot goes excessively high for where I was aiming, and the shot went in. That stupid accuracy can actually work for you. But yeah, that was just poor. Oh crap, he's looking at me. Oh crap, there's the accuracy again. You cannot make snapshots. Oh, can we get him? Oh, dang it, we can't. Let's take a look at the stats. And there we go. Our first mastery badge thingamajiggy, first class. So, I didn't do all that great. And this is the first class, so that kind of makes me wonder that not a lot of people are doing very well on this thing, because this was not an exceptional game. At all, really. Take a look at what we did. Killed his fuel tank and his track, gun, and, track. So nothing special there. Walked away with 848 experience by only doing 800 damage with 4 kills. Yikes, that's mastery badge first class? Sheesh. People must not be doing well on this thing at all. I'm used to getting mastery badges first class within 900 experience. 900 somewhat, 950 or so. So getting it at 800 somewhat, not a lot of people have played this thing maybe, or just nobody can play it very well. Fired 19 shots, only hit 12 and penned 11, so the pen isn't too bad, but the accuracy with the shot fired to penetration ratio, that's pretty bad. That's almost half. Half of everything I fired only penned, so that's pretty shit. I took 3 hits and all of them penned. This thing has no armor whatsoever. Damage potential, well, that is double my HP, so that's interesting. Artillery shell, probably, yeah. We spotted 1, we damaged 5, we destroyed 4, and did another 600 spotting damage. Yeah, mostly on the artillery. 200, actually on him 400, huh, did not expect that. We walked away with 17k money, minus the repair and ammo, and walked away with 13k credits, you know, plus, bonus, woohoo! We got 848 experience, single, and 5 times, I don't even know why they do it 5 times on a server where you get 100 million free experience. Why do you need a 5 times event going on here? What the hell? Anyways, so yeah, overall, my conclusion on this tank, it's very mediocre in every way. There's nothing special about this tank. Depression is okay, not great. It's not bad. The gun is okay. It's not great. The accuracy is pretty shit actually. But penetration and damage is okay. Rate of fire feels a bit lacking, but I don't have 100% crew yet. So then again, who does when you get this tank? At tier 5 you don't have 100% crew. Unless you really have too much gold. I just don't want to spend mine on 2 premium vehicles, so I can't spend any more. So, yeah, this thing seems to be mediocre in every way. Not really a pleasant tank to drive, to be honest. It's just, it feels like it's just, you know, just that little bit is missing. Rate of fire, the aim time, the penetration, the accuracy, the speed of the vehicle, the acceleration, everything is just slightly lacking, and that, in my opinion, makes it really annoying to play. It's not a bad tank, and I'm sure you can do fine in it, as you saw here. This wasn't a great example, but still walked away with quite a bit of an experience, pal. And that's just what you have to do with this thing, poke, because you cannot take hits. It has absolutely no armor. So you're gonna have to be sneaky, you're gonna have to poke around corners, but this thing isn't fast enough to get out of dodge. So it's difficult to do well. That combined with a not all that accurate gun means that it's not a great sniper, so you have to be about 200 meters away to reasonably reliably hit. That's gonna be tough. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.